Vikings win this one to get to 6-2 on the year. Big game for Kirk Cousins with his completion percentage 88.5. 23 of 26, 285, the 88.5 completion percentage, a Viking record. And another week, another big night for Dalvin Cook. And Dalvin is standing by with Aaron Andrews.
Joe, thanks. 171 yards of offense for you and a touchdown, but it did feel like the offense was a little different tonight from what we've seen over the last couple weeks. You walked up to me and said, yeah, it did feel different. What was happening out there with you guys?
Just couldn't really find a rhythm. Short week, quick turnaround, but that's the NFL. So, you gotta be ready to go, and we got the W. That's the most important thing, and it's the halfway mark. So we get to get a few days off to get guys healthy and to get going, but we got the W. Yeah,
you did, and you took the words out of my mouth. I mean, you're 6-2 now at the halfway mark after starting 2-2, and as we've all documented all week long, I mean, it looked like this thing was going to come off the rails. So you guys have come a long way. You have to feel good about that.
Yeah, it was important for us to get to this mark and be sitting where we wanted to sit at. We let two slip, but those guys come to U.S. Bank, and this team can keep growing and keep getting better, and keep finding our identity and just keep working.
You said you were banged up coming over a short week. Go get some rest. Thanks so much.
Cold tub, here I come.
Yeah, absolutely. Dalvin, thanks.
All right, guys, thank you. Vikings are now 4-0 here at home this season. Dalvin Cook getting a chance to have some words with one of his idols, Adrian Peterson, after this one. We'll come back and wrap up the night after this 10-point win by the Vikings after this.
You want more football? Of course you do. Join us on Sunday as we get you ready for the best games of the day with exclusive interviews of the game's biggest stars, plus lots of fun. Don't miss it at 11 Eastern, only on Fox.
That's this weekend during Week 8. 10-point win for the Vikings. How about back-to-back games for Stephon Diggs? 7 catches, 143 yards. Same stats from a week ago that he gets tonight. No touchdowns, but hey, the Vikings, as Aaron said with Dalvin Cook, they started 2-2. Now they're 6-2. They are a team that I think you really need to pay attention to in the NFC this year.
Yeah, I agree with that. Last year ended in disappointment, not being able to get to the postseason, but they're a well-rounded team. There's a few others when you look across the board, and in the NFC, San Francisco certainly, and I think Dallas is one of those teams. Offensively and defensively, they're very tough. They're tough-minded because of the head coach, Mike Zimmer. And, they're going to be in every single ball game. That defense is going to allow them to do that. Now they're starting to build some momentum because they're putting back-to-back wins together. The next couple of weeks are going to tell us a lot about a lot of things in this league, but it certainly will for the Minnesota Vikings.
You know what they call that? They call that stacking good weeks.
That's right. I've heard that, yeah.
You stack good weeks together, and there you are at the end of the season. And we're also going to call this the end of our postgame show. I've got baseball to do.
Yeah, you got to fly somewhere, don't you?
I do. I don't know.
Go to Washington. Let's
DC,
go.
That's where I'm going. All right,
hop on the team charter.
Yeah. Coming up next, late local news on Fox, the Mercedes-Benz postgame show on NFL Network. 10-point win for the Vikings. Thanks for watching Thursday Night Football, presented by Bud Light Platinum. Good night.
One start for just the second time since the Jim Kelly era. The former QB and the current QB go one-on-one on what it's like being Buffalo's adopted sons. Plus,
how long have you been sober now?
A little over 2 years and 2 months.
Raiders breakout star Darren Waller opens up about his difficult journey to NFL success. All that and more, Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern on NFL Game Day Morning.
Time for tonight's star of the game, presented by Mercedes-Benz, and this is a special treat. It's not just one star tonight. We have 2 stars on the set here in Minneapolis. Kirk Cousins and Stephon Diggs after the big win over the Redskins, 19-9. And we've talked a lot all week about, the revenge games and different guys playing their old teams. And it's been played down. But Kirk, now that the win is in the books.
He cracked a smile.
Did it feel a little extra special out there?
You know what? I'm not going to go there.
Listen to
this show anyway. Come on.
I'll let Steve Smith do that.
Wow.
He said a lot
Both
when he
names.
was in Baltimore and talking to Carolina. I always liked that. So I'll let him do that. I'm good. You know, I had a blessed time in Washington, and was just so happy we got the win tonight.
Diggs, you talked to me point coming up now. I said great game. First thing you said was what to me?
I left some out there.
Now, that's incredible to think about it, and that's what greatness starts. You always feel like you could have done better. Diggs, tell me about this, man. You got the most yards in Viking history in a 3-game stretch. You set a record. It's 452 yards with all the great receivers. We were talking to them tonight. Chris Carter, Randy Moss, your own guy, Adam Thielen. What does that mean to you?
Nothing at this point. What matters the most is winning. And I feel like each week we're just trying to get better, and I'm leaving some stuff out there, and I'm really accountable first. So at this point, I'm happy that we're winning. I'm happy things are going well for us. It's just an uphill slope, and we want to keep it that way, but we got to fine-tune some things, and I got to execute better.
Wait, let me just say this now, because, you know, you guys just had a big win. You got 10 days to rest, and I know you had some struggles early in the season, but you guys, you're so businesslike right now. Where is that coming from? When we start with you, Kurt, I mean, you guys are focused and tuned in right now.
Well, we got a competitive division. I think it starts when you look around the NFC North. We better be ready to go. And, you know, our next one's at Arrowhead. They're not getting any easier from here. And, you know, we had a salty taste in our mouth after last season. And so we got to go out and prove that we're a playoff caliber team. We got to do it every single week.
Kirk, 2 years ago, you guys were playing, not you, but 2 years ago, the Vikings were playing for the NFC Championship game. Is this team better than that team from 2 years ago?
You know, it's hard to compare.
I think there's some people over here that might think that you're better. Diggs, you're on that team. Is this team better than that team from 2 years ago?
I'm gonna steal Kirk's line, and I'm gonna say I ain't taking it there. What I will say is,
all right, Steve will do it for you. He thinks they are.
We do have a good group of guys, and we're led by, you know, by a good quarterback, and he does everything right. And when you say, like, what's the thing that's really getting us to that point of taking each week one at a time and kind of taking it one play at a time, it starts with our quarterback.
All right, Kurt, you guys started off a little bit slower than you guys anticipated. What has been the difference the last couple of weeks compared to the first couple of weeks?
Yeah, we've hit some explosive plays, honestly. I think against the Bears and the Packers on the road, we missed some opportunities down the field, and when we didn't hit those, you know, we got behind and we couldn't make it up. And the last few weeks when we've had opportunities, we've hit them, and we stayed ahead, and we've run the ball well, continue to run the ball well, and you know, we had those 2 losses, and you know, I haven't forgotten about where we were after those 2 losses, and so you know, we just have to keep pushing forward now.
So you got, you know, you had Adam Thielen say what he said a couple of weeks where basically I'm talking about we can't run the ball for 180 yards every week. But being in this system, you guys are going to try to every week.
Well, they had 160 today. So
this system is built on running the ball efficiently.
Yep.
You go back, you apologize after watching film. Take us through, why did you feel it was appropriate to apologize?
I mean, if you go down to the local YMCA and play basketball and you miss a guy who's open, you're going to say, hey, my bad. I was just saying my bad.
Well,
you know?
Steve wouldn't, but a normal person would.
It got blown out of proportion. I was just saying my bad, and I was trying to take ownership. I thought this is what quarterback's supposed to do, be accountable. That's all I was trying to do. And he and I have a great relationship, as well as with this guy right here.
Right.
And he's stepped up big time in Adam's absence, and I'm so grateful to get the chance to play with him.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that, Deez. What was it like now? You usually got, you're Batman and Robin, you guys dynamic duo. I won't even talk about who's Batman, who's Robin. What was it like with being out there tonight without your partner in crime?
I mean, you know, that's my brother other than my teammate, so it's kind of hard being out there without him. On the sideline, he does still have a presence. He's still in my ear. He still has my back, so it's appreciated, but it is hard. It is hard out there without your brother, but it's kind of just next man up, and you got to take it one play at a time, and kind of like banding together with the guys that you do have and kind of pushing forward. You know, B.C. Johnson, another young guy that we have, he's stepping up. He's doing his job, and we're just trying to do everything we can to win.
Did you feel like you had to do more because you were one man down in that direction?
Not at all. I feel like the opportunities are going to come, and you just got to maximize them. Like, as far as like being a receiver, you know how it is. When your opportunities come, even if they don't come in bunches, you got to make the most of it.
Stephon, you have some things that come out in the media with some rumors or trades.
Yeah.
Then you say, that, to be honest, there's some truth in it.
Yeah.
Are you really content being a Minnesota Viking right now?
We got some fans.
Look at that smile on his face.
That was a smile like he got caught with a chocolate chip cookie in his hand right before dinner.
Sounds like you know what that's like.
I'm happy with the guys that I'm playing with. I'm happy with the staff that we have. I'm happy with this team. I'm happy to be a part of it more than anything. So at this point, I'm thankful.
How
I
impressive.
like that answer.
I think you learn a lot about your team. And I tell you what, all the teams that I played on that went on to win championships, we learned a lot about the teams, not in the peaks, but in the valleys. Mm-hmm. What did you learn about your team in those down times?
Well, when we lost to the Bears, we were 2-2, and everybody was piling on. And I played long enough. I got some skins on the wall to realize that's a part of playing quarterback in this league, part of playing in this league. You're not immune to it. You take it in stride. You try not to ride the roller coaster, and you just get back to work. Work is a really important word in this league. So we just get to work, and we've got a good run going now, and hopefully we can keep it rolling.
How impressive has this defense been for you guys to just sit and watch them work?
Yeah, to give up 9 points tonight is huge. Keep it to single digits. They've done a phenomenal job. There's players all over the defense at every level of the defense. They've played together for a long time. It's a great scheme, and I would think, to be a playoff team and to win it late in the season in the playoffs, you got to have a great defense, and we feel like we have that.
Kirk, you're on an unbelievable 4-game tear throwing the football. How important has Dalvin Cook and that offensive line been to that tear that you're on currently?
Well, when you can protect, when you can run the football, it makes my job a lot easier. They're supporting me, and that really helps. And then when you think about the 2-minute drill, a big part of that was Dalvin as a receiver. So his ability to help us in the pass game has been a big, help as well. But ultimately, this guy, his play on third down here on a go ball, when we were backed up, momentum was starting to come away from us, and he ran by, Norman and made the play. That was huge.
Hey, Diggs, and Colleen asked about the defense. Now, you guys know, I was with Zim. Zim is an intense dude. We used to go one-on-one, and we would get into it. Zim get into it with our coach. Everybody was fighting, but we'll walk off the field and everybody's happy. Are practices like that with you guys? Are they intense practices? Do you compete in practice as hard as you do like you do on Sunday?
Well, around this time, it's a lot different. Like, we don't have as many one-on-one periods and stuff like that. But as far as competing at a high level, we must. That's the only way we're going to get better as a team. But around training camp and things like that, that's when things get real chippy because I like going against Zim's defense a lot, and I like having success. And this guy next to me, any given time, the ball is going deep. If he feels it, he's going to throw it, and I love that.
Herb loves to call them the Zim Reapers. Is that right?
You guys got to get that going.
Michael,
maybe it's
he hasn't changed a bit.
He
hasn't changed a bit.
So intense, man. That's what I loved about him, man. Even when I'm watching you guys, I say, look, watch when the guys bump Diggs or Thielen. It doesn't knock them off. A lot of receivers that'll knock off, but Zim's going to make sure you get much practice of getting bumped, and you'll be able to stay on your route. You do a great job.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Well, we have a special gift for you guys because
we only have one, though. You're going to have to split it in half.
We only have one.
Sorry.
And look, listen, we could give you an MP3. We could give you a vinyl instead. We have a cassette tape here. We've highlighted artists after every TNF game. And Stefan, I feel like you're a big fan of Foles.
So Stefan does not have a cassette player, but this dude,
you got a Walkman?
I know he got a cassette player.
In his truck.
In his truck.
Not at home. In the conversion van.
Foles, their hit is The Runner, so you can maybe while you're running listen to their song. They're going to be on tour internationally throughout 2020, and now you guys can share this wonderful gift together.
Kirk looks like he's driving a minivan.
I think it's going to be awesome.
No, he went conversion, full conversion.
Yeah, full conversion. Yep.
All right, awesome, guys. Congratulations. Enjoy your time off and this win
tonight.
Thank
you so much. Appreciate it.
Stefan Diggs and Kirk Cousins here on the set. And tomorrow, guys, don't miss out as the countdown continues. Celebrity fans and NFL stars and legends, they come together. Remember, the biggest game changers in NFL history. It's NFL 100 Greatest. That's coming up tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network.
My favorite.
Coming up next, Niners tight end George Kittle is hanging out with the Total Access crew as the Niners go for win number 7 on the season against the Panthers Sunday. NFL Total Access, that's coming up next only on NFL Network. All right, so we all did see Case Keenum be evaluated for the concussion during the game. Let's take a listen to what interim head coach Bill Callahan had to say about his quarterback.
We'll see. We've got a little time here. It's a Thursday night game, so we have time, to see where Case is at this point. So I do believe Case is our quarterback, and it's all based on how he comes out of the protocol. But yeah, if we were playing next week, he was fine. Case would be the starting quarterback, no question.
So, Irv, you heard what he just said, but who do you think should be the starter? Should it be Dwayne Haskins or Case?
Well, I think it still should be Case Keenum, but I think you should ultimately start to try to find ways to get Dwayne Haskins some reps, to get him a package. And each week, if you're not going to start him and you're not, at least try to expand on that package. They are not going anywhere to Washington Redskins. They're probably already out of the playoff hunt. So now it's about developing players right now, and you have to develop that quarterback to find out what you have moving forward, because you'll have a top draft pick in this draft coming up.
And he might not have a ton of weapons around him, but he does have a running back, an all-time great running back in Adrian Peterson, who we saw honored here tonight because he moved up on the all-time rushing list, and you can see right there, he's number 6 now. He passed LT and Jerome Bettis, and here's Adrian Peterson after the game.
Yeah, it was a couple times throughout the game where, I kind of caught myself singing the Skull song or whistling it. I was like, let me catch myself. It's just natural instinct, But obviously they didn't have anything to do with, the outcome of the game. But just, I was here for a decade, so something just kind of triggers.
Alvin Cook.
Joe, your draft mate, he's still got it.
It's just amazing to watch this man at 34 years old out here running as hard and as fast as he ever has.
Incredible.
I mean, what he did tonight, he put the team on his back. Now, they weren't able to win the game because of some things that happened that was not related to him. But, I mean, he's running the ball up the middle with power and anger, just the way he did when he was 22 years old. That's remarkable, the way that this man loves football. And the cool thing was that we got to see him come home here tonight, where he spent almost a decade, and get the love and respect that he deserves from these great fans.
Yeah, they treated him right.
Plus, he had a couple really nice runs, too, in this game tonight. And, Steve, I know you've been running around all over the place, but you did get a chance to sit down with the Raiders tight end, Darren Waller. And one of the things that you guys talked about, you talked about a bunch of different things, but one of the things was the way that he's dealt with his substance abuse issues in his life and how he sort of exercised those demons. So here, take a listen.
What was rock bottom for you?
Rock bottom was August 11, 2017. I was in Baltimore, and it was just like, I'm gonna get high while I'm here. So I go pick up thinking it's what I usually get and what I have been getting for years, but it's not. It's fentanyl. It knocked me out in my car for like, I want to say 4 or 5 hours. I'm closer to death than I ever was before. That was when it clicked for me, like something got to change.
Wow, so that's the full interview is coming up on game day morning this week, but that's some heavy stuff there, Steve.
Yeah, it was. Just even seeing that part gets me emotional. We actually had to cut the tape because I got emotional. He was drafted in 2015 when I was in Baltimore, but yet as a teammate, I couldn't do anything to help him. And he's been clean for 26 months now, almost 2 years. And seeing what he's doing and how he's doing it is remarkable. But unfortunately, this is a young man that had to go a long, rugged road to get where he is today. And what I love and respect about him is he was willing to tell his journey. Yeah. And I asked him in the interview, why is your story worth telling over someone else's? And he said, because I'm willing to share and not hide anymore. And I thought it was remarkable. And a couple of days later after that, I think last week he signed the extension. But Darren Waller is a phenomenal young man, and also he can show us in a time where his life should have been gone, he's taking it and moving forward, and he's not afraid to talk about it. So it was remarkable. We sat down. It was supposed to be a 30-minute interview. We ended up sitting down for almost an hour and a half.
That's incredible.
He has so much juice in there, and you guys get to see a little bit of it on Sunday. But, man, I'm telling you, we got something for NFL 360 that's going to knock your socks off, and I'm excited to watch it.
And I can't wait to see it because I applaud and pray for him as he moves forward. But, I'm a spiritual man. The Bible tells us to confess one to another, pray ye one for the other. In this we shall find healing. The more you share, the more healing it will give others. Great job, Steven. I can't wait to watch it on Game Day.
Yeah, that is awesome. And just knowing his journey now and knowing what he's been through just makes it so much more amazing to see what he's doing right now. It's a really great story. So that's coming up on Sunday, and then NFL 360 as well. So something to look forward to there. Awesome job with that. I'm so excited to see it, Steve. And coming up next on NFL Total Access, there will be more highlights and analysis on tonight's game between the Vikings and the Redskins. Plus, Niners tight end George Kittle stops by to talk about their 6-0 start and this weekend's matchup with the Panthers. That's coming up next. We'll see you guys in Arizona for the Niners and the Cardinals.
Thank you for watching the Mercedes-Benz post-game show. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
From the start, the C-Class was ahead of its time. Still, we never stopped making it stronger, faster, smarter. Because to be the best is to never, ever stop making it better. The 2020 C-Class family. Lease the C300 sedan for just $419 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer.